We're at the Manchester Film Festival with the team from Kimaya, and we want to sort of just are you ready to sort of introduce yourself and the film, just give a little overview about what it's about, and then we'll get into some more questions.
Okay. Hi, so I'm Mansi Bedekar and my film is Kimaya, and the film is actually about this one concept that whatever we face in childhood, whatever events we go through, it stays with us subconsciously somewhere in our mind as a seed, and we don't know how it's going to come out later in life. It can come in the most bizarre ways possible. So that is what happens in Kimaya, that there are some things that she kept in mind, didn't express much, and those haunt her later.
Okay, great. I thought it was a really powerful film. I thought there was some really interesting metaphors behind it. We won't go too much into depth now, so we don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But I wanted to see, is it something that where did you get the inspiration from for this film? Is it something that you've experienced yourself, or was it more, was there another way to...
So actually it's not like just inspiration from one source. It's a lot of people around me, because I was working in the film industry in India. So there were a lot of people around me who were having similar problems, not the eating one, but a lot of problems which, related to directing. They want to become filmmakers, but they have that kind of pressure. So that was one thing which was always there in my mind. But also there was this editor I worked with who actually had this problem. But it stayed with me like for 10 years, because I got to know this when I was interning for the first time. And she was my boss. But since she was an editor, she's not attending film sets. So the challenge was to put this problem in a film set environment and what happens later. But during that time, my grandmother actually passed away. So I had written this very huge long monologue for myself, which was a very personal monologue. So if you remember the monologue she says to the psychologist, that why she wants to become a filmmaker, because she can control the narrative. So that was something very personal from my monologue. Yeah, because I don't want to see death in my life. So that's how I decided, okay, the protagonist has to be a filmmaker.
Right. And it's a sort of, that's really interesting. And it's sort of what's been your personal journey sort of to where you are now, where you're making like amazing, beautifully shot films like this. Sort of how have you sort of progressed to where you are now?
So like after my graduation, I did management studies, and after that I got into Bollywood directly. So I worked there for 4 years in a production house, and after that the COVID happened. So I decided I want to develop my craft more, and so I decided to come to London Film School. So I did MA filmmaking there, and this is my graduation film.
Great. And have you got anything else coming up that you want to promote, or where can people watch this film?
So Manchester Film Festival is the first film selection that I've got in the first month itself. So my film circuit journey is still for more than a year now. So I don't know where it's going to get selected.
Okay. And have you got anything else that you're working on that you...
Yes. So I'm working on another short film which I'm trying for BFI fund. So it's set in a corporate environment with 2 females as equal protagonists. Yeah. Great.
And is there anything else you want to say before we go to anyone that could be wanting to watch your film, or anyone that does see your film? What is there a message that you want to give out to them?
I think parents should watch it, because parents should pay attention to what kind of information their children are receiving these days with so much of exposure. So you don't know what is going to happen to this Gen Z later.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.